talking about back pain because so many people have it. I bet you have it. I bet you have it right now. I bet your back hurts right now. There's a lot of things that could be causing that. And there's a lot of things we can do about that. We're gonna talk about all that shit right now. First thing you gotta understand is that you need to move. You need to be moving. You can't live a sedentary lifestyle. That's not okay. Now, I don't want you just out there moving all over the place, breaking bones. On top of movement, you really gotta make sure this movement's good. It needs to be good, proper movement, stuff that makes your body feel better. It might be tough to do. It might feel a bit strenuous, but as long as you're moving in a good range of motion, you're gonna be doing a lot of good for your body. Here's a few things that you can do, and they're really simple. You need to have a more active body. That means sit up. If you're in your chair, sit up. Okay, sit up straight. I know, you gotta think about this shit because you have to be actively thinking about it to be actively doing it. If you sit up for 30 minutes and your back gets sore, that's good. That's good. That means your muscles are working. Use that. Make that shit less sore. Sit up more. Say you don't know how to sit up straight. There's a lot of people who don't. It's very simple. It's right here on my chest all the time. Chest up, shoulders back. That's some good posture, right? You want to go a little bit further, tuck your chin a little, make sure you're not out here all the way. Okay, but chest up, shoulders back. You should feel those muscles engaging the whole time. This isn't something that's easy, because if it was easy, everybody would have perfect posture. So say you're doing all that. You're sitting up straight, you're feeling good, chest up, shoulders back all day. Now you need to push it a little bit further because your back is still hurting at times. It's not always hurting, but it's hurting at times. Now it's time to get strong. If you are strong, you will live with less pain. Strength can be medicine when done well and when you're moving appropriately. Now when I talk about strength, I am focusing in a primary area, the core. Let me show you where the core is. It's right here, and it goes all the way to the back, and then it comes down and in front. It's a full 360 of the body, right? Think of the entire torso as your core. A great way to start training that core to be stronger for that low back or that mid back, upper back is to just breathe. Some really deep breathing, some nasal breathing if you can. Just take a breath in. Fill your belly, fill your diaphragm, and breathe out. And as you breathe out, feel that stomach coming down, all right? That is essentially what bracing is, right? If you can feel that in a movement, you're doing a good brace. Now, I may have just said a word that's new to some people. That's bracing, right? Bracing is a really simple concept. Think of it as pulling your belly button to your backbone. That's a great way I like to put it. You're gonna flex and contract those core muscles, which everyone can do because we all have them. And you're gonna pull that belly button to that backbone, all right? You're pulling it down. You can do this when you're laying flat on a bench. Maybe you're standing up against the wall, all right? It's gonna make sure that back gets nice and flat and that core gets nice and active. There are even exercises that use bracing actively throughout the whole movement. Think of a plank. If your back is arching in a plank, it's because you're not bracing out your core. It's as simple as pulling that belly button to that backbone, maybe even squeezing your glutes a little bit, which takes us to the next thing we can do. A little bit of hip mobility. Now don't worry, we're not gonna deep dive into hip mobility. That is way too much to cover for this video. But just know that it's a concept you should maybe look into. I'm not talking about just straight flexibility. I'm talking about taking your joints through a proper range of motion. That is mobility. And if you can look into hip mobility, find a few things that work for you, that's also gonna help with that low back pain. But it all comes down to keeping that chest up, those shoulders back, keeping a good posture throughout life. If you made it to the end of this video, I cannot thank you enough. I really appreciate that. I really hope that this shit helped. Let me know in the comments if it helped you, right? Because that's why we're making these videos, just to help people. If you liked the video enough, we'd really appreciate it if you did it physically. Leave a like on that button right there. A little like button, looks like that, right? Like this. And there's also a subscribe button, which is just below it. You can hit that. That would be great. We'd also really love it if you followed us on our social media. That way we can even connect and collaborate maybe. You never know. And then also, if you don't mind, we're really looking for comments in that comment section down below because we want to know what y'all want to see. And if you think the way I'm walking keeps looking similar, well, you ain't never seen shit like this. Visit us right here at mgbtraining.com where we're always switching shit up and we're always getting the best stuff for you to make sure we can make your life even better. Woo! Coming in hot. Is that all I say?
Whoa, that'll be really cool. I'll fucking edit.
Yes.
And action.
You ever hurt your back?
Yeah.